Now that you decided that adoption is the way that you would like to create your family, there are a few different steps that each family needs to take. The first one are looking into the legal requirements of your particular home state. Every state will be a little bit different on what they will have a family complete in order to be ready to adopt. Typically, each state will require a family to do an evaluation where they will be able to look at the family, look at their home, just to make sure that it is a loving, safe environment for each child. It is each adoption professional's duty to make sure that we're placing a child in a loving, caring environment. With those evaluations, someone will come in and just speak to the family about their motivations behind adopting, complete background checks, and just make sure that the family is ready to take each step along the way. So number two is the emotional requirement. Now, it's not so much a requirement as it's emotional preparedness or emotional readiness to move forward in the adoption. And so why is it so important that a family be emotionally ready to move forward? Imagine if you were a birth mother trying to find the best family possible for your child. She needs two loving, stable parents who are ready to parent her child 100%. So while there's ups and downs, she needs to know that there are two people who are always going to be stable and constant in her life, and that she knows that her child's always going to be loved and well cared for. Now, why is it important for you to be emotionally ready to move forward? You guys need to be on the same page. You guys need to be together 100%. You cannot have a significant other or a spouse who's only 80% committed to adoption. That is why you need to take your time to grieve the fact that, a biological child may not be possible. It will be very important that you guys also are on the same page about the race of the child that you adopt. It will be important that you guys have a long, thorough discussion about what's in the social and medical background of the birth mother. Every adoptive couple who's moving forward in this process needs to have those very realistic, sometimes tough conversations with one another and seek any type of outside resources that they need to in order to kind of work through those things and be together on the same page. It's not in anyone's best interest for a couple to be divided on such important topics like these. Finally, step number three is the financial requirement. Every family seems to always want to know what is the cost for a domestic adoption. Now, the average cost for domestic adoption is anywhere from about $25,000 to $50,000. I know that that is a very, very wide range. A lot of families want to know what causes the cost of an adoption to fluctuate, go up or down. The three biggest factors that typically will cause the adoption to increase or decrease in cost would be legal expenses, medical expenses, or pregnancy-related living expenses. You must also take into consideration the adoption professional that you have on board and what their costs are associated with that particular adoption, depending on how involved or how little involved that they are in this process. Now that you've considered these three requirements, now begins your research into what type of an adoption professional will be best for your family. The most important thing is to find an adoption professional that you trust and that you understand how they operate.